There are two things you need in any serious fishing boat, and the first one is fishing space. You want room to be able to fish competently and comfortably. And not just one style of fishing, you ideally want to be able to fish in a variety of different styles. The other thing you want is a comfortable boat. You want that comfort to include being able to keep dry. Both of those things are what the Arvor 705 Sportsfish has to offer. The Arvor 705 is the second model released in the recently redesigned new generation Arvor Sportsfish. It sits alongside the 805, is built on the same new angular hull design, and continues that Arvor tradition of a true go-anywhere fishing boat with an enclosed cabin at the bow. There's plenty more to come, with another new release expected in early 2022. Moving away from the raw numbers, and the Arvor 705 is spacious internally. It's a bigger boat, but still comes in at just under 2.9 tonnes fully fueled on the trailer. That means it's towable with a large four-wheel drive vehicle, bearing in mind your gross combined mass limits. To me, this is the perfect boat to chase marlin along the east coast, drop baits on a reef anywhere, chase some trumpeter down in Tassie, or even head out from Bundaberg to Lady Musgrave Island, where it won't even break a sweat. This cockpit area is where all of your fishing action is going to take place. It's deep and it's safe, and it's important to note that this is a self-draining deck, so that's a great feature when you're fishing in rough conditions or have a lot of water coming on board. No matter what style of fishing you're doing, there is something here for everyone. One important thing that people don't think about is how close can they get to the gunnel. In this case, you've got a nice toe recess, so I can get right up against the gunnel here, and that makes a perfect place for me to really brace and fight fish. I can drop jigs or bait from this position in the boat. But people looking to do a bit of game fishing will also find this space very usable. Should the fish come up behind the boat, they've got all of this area. You're in a harness usually, fighting a marlin for instance, got all of this area to move around. But what most people will do in a trailerable or a smaller boat like this is fight it from the starboard side. Now from that position, I can stand just behind the back of the cabin, fight the fish. The driver has ample view out the starboard side, keeps an eye on the line, keeps an eye on the angle, and enables you to land that fish just that little bit more efficiently and perhaps a little quicker than you would otherwise. Super usable space, very versatile in the types of fishing you can do. I can't think of a better place to be on board this boat. Any fisherman worth his salt will want to have a live bait tank, and in this case it's located in this bait prep station. It's a deep well, fit plenty of liveys in that. You've also got a cutting board located conveniently to the side. Down below we've got an optional fold out seat, and should you want to entertain or sit down in this area, you can do so by flicking that out. It doesn't run all the way across the transom, this bait prep area, rather is located centrally, and that allows two nice walkways either side of the outboard engine, giving you great access to the water. Under the floor on both sides are large deep kill tanks, so if you do catch a feed and want to keep it fresh, that's the perfect place to store it. In the cabin, which is located in the center of this hull, allowing you to walk all the way around to the bow, you get two seats and also a neat space at the bow for you to rest or store your fishing gear. There are a variety of packs that Arvor offer, enabling you to spec up the area inside. It gives you a little bit more comfort depending on the sorts of things that you are looking for. The cruise pack adds a fridge, cabin curtains, cabin roof hatch, berth filler and cushions, freshwater pressure system, single burner portable stove, cockpit port and starboard flip seat, and a cockpit table. The electronics pack adds a Simrad NSS Evo 3 sounder plotter, Fusion AM FM Bluetooth radio, and a Mercury Vessel View link. Rounding out the comforts, you can add a marine toilet and holding tank, freshwater pressure system, sink and cockpit shower, forward anchor winch, bow thruster, or a retractable sun awning. Or you can choose to add all of those if you wish. What most people will be very surprised by with this boat is the performance it has on offer. It may not look the part, but it certainly is very quick across the water. In fact, today we achieved a speed over 35 knots in fairly rough conditions inside Sydney Harbour. If it was even flatter than today and we were able to trim the engine exactly where we want, I suggest we'd eke out a little bit more top end speed. But in saying that, you're not going to be running around like that offshore all the time. Nice to have it on offer when you need it, but most of the time you're going to want to find a nice comfortable cruising speed, and that's very easy with this electronic throttle control from Mercury. This is a very solid boat, and despite its size and bulk, it's very easy to drive. The steering is light and responsive with an adequate amount of feedback that ensures that the boat points exactly where you turn the steering wheel to. Like all Arvor Sportsfish models, the dash layout is quite basic but very easy to use. Everything you need is exactly where it should be. Sounder is located top left. We've got the dials for the engine readouts on the right hand side. Below that you've got a switch panel, a nice stainless steering wheel. The throttle control is in the perfect spot whether you're standing or seated driving. And below that, when you are seated, you've got a lovely little footrest. It is a very simple but effective dash design. The beauty of the pilot house design, of course, is that this helm position is located inside the cabin. You are completely protected from what's going on outside. Seated or standing, the view is excellent. I've got a side door here that I can open to get a bit of fresh air and a little bit of a look outside if I need to. There's also one on the port side. But what I really do appreciate is the fact that I am comfortable, safe and dry no matter where I'm going. The Mercury 225 horsepower has a very lovely throaty note to it. I do love the sound of it when you put down the accelerator. And the hull, which is well matched to the engine, responds immediately. Whether you're cruising or going for something a little bit faster, the hull and engine package combine to deliver immediate acceleration. Combining the best of both worlds is no easy task, but I think Arvor have really blended the combination of comfort and practicality very, very well on this particular boat. It's very easy to drive, it's comfortable, and there's no better way you can get to your fishing spots than in the safety of a pilot house cabin. And the beauty of that is you get to your fishing spot rested well enough to still fish hard. For more information on the Arvor 705 Sportsfish or any of the other boats in the Arvor range, head to arvor.com.au.